Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy and today we're going to be doing another full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in, have a seat, let's get a pour on. All my returning viewers, you know how we do, always good to see you, so let's get the show on the road, shall we? So today's full review episode is going to be of the LALO. Anyway, it's one of those things where it depends on where you're from and how you pronounce it. So I'll give you a quick little bottle run. There's not much to see. That's their sort of like logo. Now here is something that I had a suspicion once I heard that this was considered a clean. It's on a list of those like additive free. They do claim this is an additive free tequila. There's only three, sorry. This is a little bottle, so I kind of got like the depth perception kind of going because I'm not looking through the lens. I'm looking at my hands and what I'm doing here. So it's only got three, or they claim it only has three ingredients, and that is fully matured agave, champagne yeast, and deep well water. Okay, this is thought of as one of the most purest agave tequilas. I did not see that they made anything like beyond the Blanco or if they had a Reposado. I didn't bother to go too deep. I mean, I found as much as I think I'm going to get off of this and a few interesting things, so that's how we do it. So Mr. Randy does a three-part series in his reviews. Part one, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you because that's what we do. Halfway down the bottle, we stop. We put the cork back on it, put it back on the shelf. Let it sit for, well, this is a 375, so I let it sit for a week, week and a half at tops. Most of the time, if it's a 750 standard, I give it a week and a half to 2 weeks, and then we get in line with the scheduling. We got a schedule to keep. Drink it down halfway, let it sit, open up, relax, whatever. Come to its true form, and then we go online, we find as much information as we can, sometimes not much at all. We come back, we talk about it, I score it, we continue to drink it because part three, final pour episode, thusly named, we have the final pour, we compare it to the first pour, and everything off the rip. So let's go ahead and get this open. Cork pop, nice. It's got it's synthetic, and it's like a little plastic, what have you. I need to go shopping for some AV equipment. Up my game. Up my game. So it is an agave, so it's clearer than your average faucet water. It's got a beautiful nose. For only having three ingredients, it's got a beautiful, beautiful nose. It does smell like a purest tequila. And as I was saying earlier about the label, that's their little motto or mantra, inhale, sip, exhale. Okay, and then there's your front. You got your front, 40% alcohol by volume. There's the side. It's even got a bottle number on there. That's kind of cool. And on the back, let's see if I can't get you the right. LALO continues a legacy as a third-generation spirit. We'll have more on that in a moment. Combining a grandfather's love for the land with a father's passion for premium. Inhale, sip, exhale. It's our ritual for drinking, our mantra for living. You don't need to see any of that government BS down there at the bottom. Okay, so now if more Blancos were like this, I do believe I would probably have more Blancos on the channel. I might just go back to some of these other tequilas that I've had. I've done the Reposados and I've done the Anejos. I might go back and just go ahead and pick it up. You know, go back and pick up those bottles that I stepped over along the way. Let's go ahead and get this on the palate for the acclimation pour. Oh yeah. Here, see, like I said, they wanted to give the labeling, the layout, because I've done drafting and design. What I meant to say, I've done marketing, advertising, graphics and design. That's what I was going to say. I've done graphics and design. That, my friend, is how you speak of purity. It got a nice clean white label. You don't muck about all over the place with unnecessary stuff. You basically put everything nice, neat, clean. That gives you this sort of inner peace of being clean and sharp and elegant. That's a very excellent bottle labeling design. So, about these 3 generations, well, guess what? This bottling is LALO. It's named after Eduardo Gonzalez. And if you don't know who that is, Eduardo is the grandson of Don Julio. Don Julio's full name is of the Gonzalez. So Eduardo LALO is the grandson of Don Julio. Kind of makes sense. Don Julio's are pretty good. And this one is pretty darn good as well. So I did pay $34.63 out the door for this $3.75. But if I would have purchased this at one of my regular stores, which I didn't, it was on a whim. I stopped in a little hole-in-the-wall store just on a whim. That was the first store I went to here in San Antonio after moving here. The first store, I'm like, you know what? I got to start legging it and getting into these shops and seeing what's on the shelf that I don't see at the big box stores. And I found some amazing bottles. I found bottles I thought I would never have, or at least not until I was willing to pay over $100 for them. Those videos coming real soon. So on average, this $3.75 bottle will cost under $30, which, yeah, high 20s, so probably about $30 out the door for me. And the $7.50 goes for just about under $50. So yeah, I would say these prices are pretty spot on. Not the one I paid for it though. And I think we already nailed a couple down along the way, but it is what it is. 40% alcohol by volume. Let's go ahead and get that second one on and see what she has to say. It's got pretty good viscosity. Transfers well in the mouth. Coats the entire mouth with sweetness, agave, caramel, vanilla. The caramel and vanilla are probably about even. I'd say it's probably 45% vanilla, 45% caramel with 10% spice. I like that. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that while you're there. That way you can bypass the algorithm and get my videos as soon as they get uploaded and released. It's got a nice solid nose. You can definitely smell quality on that nose. That palate follows it up, but gives you a little extra. Now let's go ahead and do this finish. Here we go. That was a little bit bigger one. It took me a little while to work that. So there's tingling spice flashes, cheeks all the way around the tip of the tongue to the other side. And it seems like it wants to crawl, slowly crawl from the front to the back, across the top of the tongue, and more on the sides than the top, but top of the tongue is getting some action. That's something that doesn't happen too easily. There are some gums going on, and just a little kiss on the lips. Because when I do it, I lick them, and I'm moving around. Make sure you get some on the lips. It's delicious. That is delicious. And the thing is, I don't know what it was. When I saw this on the shelf, I was like, man, I want to get a 375. There are plenty of bottles out there that have 375 sizes that don't have the standard 750. The Patrons and the Don Julios, they do have the 375s, which is excellent because I can try them at a lower price point without committing. But now I'm thinking you could probably just go ahead and commit to the full bottle. I mean, we're already taking the same steps. We're just getting less enjoyment. But the reviews happen faster. That's why I like the 375s now. It's because the reviews happen faster. a few days, a few days faster. Probably skims about down to 4 weeks instead of a whole 6 week deal. It can shop it down to about 4 weeks, and that's what I like to do. I want to do more bottles more often. Trim the volume down and bump up the video count. So let's talk about the finish. That's beautiful, but here it is. We said all that we said before, but now here's the back end. The heat that builds up. It's just over a 1 out of 5. Not quite going to be seeing a 1.5. Don't even think about the 2. So I guess we're going to move on. So let's put a score on this. It's a little bit more on the expensive side when it comes to the tequila. The average tequilas that I'm seeing that I'm buying is roughly about $30 for a 750, and I think that's a good spot for a reposado. $40 for a good añejo, but then you want to tack on another $10 for something of a much higher quality. And I don't know. I know I've seen this on a few lists of purist, additive free, but the whole tequila industry is sort of working it out, trying to nail things down and have like a sort of laws applied to it, the same mannerism that bourbon has. So my score on this, let's see. My score on this would be a strong 4 out of 5. We're going to give it a strong 4 out of 5. I think it's really good. And if they made a reposado, I'm pretty sure I'd like that even better. I like the reposados. I like a little bit of roughness, a little bit of character on the libation, the spirit. This is clean. Just like as they say, it's clean, it's nice, it's delicious, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. It's just missing that little something, that je ne sais quoi. It's something that I just like it. That's just my preferences. I'd like to know yours. My fair price on this would be, like I said, under 30 out the door for this one. Definitely roughly pushing 40 for the 750. I would definitely hit this up at 40. I would. So there it is. I said I would buy this again. I would, but I have a lot of other bottles. So I'm just saying, this isn't a no. I'm not saying no, I won't buy it again. I'm just saying maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. There's a lot of other bottles to go through. So there it is. Let me know in the comment section. Where are you at? What are you drinking? What's going on in the world of libations around you? Have you had this one? If you have, let's talk about it. If you haven't had it, I recommend it. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. This is definitely a purist one.